2024 is really not MrBeast's year. He can't avoid being in drama, whether it's surrounding his ex-employees, his Amazon Prime TV show, or now with his new business ventures. This time, he has teamed up with Logan Paul and KSI, the founders of the Prime energy drink, to introduce a product aimed at children, and people really do not like what they have done. MrBeast has brought his Feastables chocolate product and joined forces with the creators of Prime. Although Prime isn't necessarily bad for children, if consumed in large quantities, such as every day, this can cause negative effects for children's health. When Prime initially released to the public in 2022, there was a global rush to buy the new product, from YouTube creators to thousands of children and teens across the country. The phenomenon of the drink was not just down to the taste, of course, as many YouTubers expressed controversial opinions of the flavors, but it was down to famous YouTube celebrities releasing the product, making it so popular it became. However, as time progressed, Prime became less popular, which is what happens to any product. So KSI and Logan Paul desperately needed a boost in their company. MrBeast has also found significant success in his Feastables business, which was also released in early 2022. Due to the size of his social media monopoly, the product became an instant success around the world, selling over $10 million worth of chocolate.
Today, I'm going to give my honest reaction of MrBeast Feastables chocolate. MrBeast finally released the new formula in Canada, so I got some. I'm going to taste and give my opinion on 4 of his different chocolate bars and compare them to Hershey's.
Obviously, with Jimmy's controversial marketing tactics, the product became super popular with children thinking they could win $10,000 from buying a single Feastables bar. But the chocolate also tasted okay with being a YouTuber product. However, this all changed in 2024. In fact, many people changed their attitudes towards all 3 of these YouTubers as they became extremely hated and controversial. They came together to introduce the Lunchables brand, essentially to compete with the already existing and popular Lunchables. The bad thing about this, though, isn't just their terrible marketing attempts, but the blatant lying KSI, Logan Paul, and MrBeast have all done to try to increase initial sales of the product.
Lunchables versus Lunchables.
With Lunchables, you get double the amount of liquid.
Prime has no sugar added, more electrolytes, and more B vitamins.
Crunch Bar.
Whoa.
Feastables Crunch
Yeah!
Bar. Our pizza uses real cheese. Theirs, as it says on their box, is mozzarella pasteurized prepared cheese product. They can't even call it real cheese.
Ooh.
We're also 30 less calories, 3 less grams of fat, and 8 less grams of sugar. Turkey Stack 'em. 310 calories.
230 calories.
21 grams of sugar.
Only 7 grams of sugar.
If you look at this close up, you can already tell which one has better ingredients. All right, we'll start off with the Lunchables.
Bro, I'm sorry, that's trash. All right, now we're trying Lunchables. Come on. We're not biased at all, but ours is way better.
Fiesta Nachos. 22 grams of sugar.
10 grams of sugar.
7 grams of protein.
9 grams of protein.
Come in close and look at the queso cheese in Lunchables versus whatever that is. Drip versus stick. I like my cheese drippy, bruh. This is a Lunchables salsa right here. Look at the consistency, the texture. And this is Lunchables.
As you can see, they are trying to advertise their product as being so much more healthier for kids to have as their lunchtime school meals, in direct contrast with Lunchables. Even though the nutrition information is arguably better than Lunchables, this doesn't make it a beneficial or good enough standalone meal for a child to take to school. Take the Lunchables pizza box. It includes the smallest pizza that you have to construct yourself you could ever think of, along with a Feastables chocolate and a Prime drink. They are essentially giving children junk food for their lunchtime meals and are advertising it as a much healthier option, perfect for children. Many across social media are rightfully claiming it's just another cash grab opportunity from MrBeast and the Prime team. The Lunchables website has branded itself on its nutrition information, claiming it has more electrolytes than Lunchables, but in reality, this is just the glorification of processed food, which children do not need in their diet or lunchbox, especially during a school day. Not to mention, the food doesn't look that appetizing. The main marketing strategy and what is going to make children buy the product is that the most famous YouTube creators on the planet are the creators, which is the same with Prime and Feastables. This has nothing to do with the taste or quality.
To be honest, some of the comparisons are kind of cringe and don't make much sense to me, but maybe that's because I'm not the target demo. Flavorful combos versus standard picks? The meal kit combos are nearly identical to Lunchables. Big gestures versus mid moments? I certainly don't remember that lesson in my nutrition classes. I was more concerned with the nutritional comparisons being made anyway, so if someone was to make a healthy meal kit for kids, I would find that incredibly valuable. And in looking in the comparison, I'd be most interested in calories, which they have, protein, which they have, sugar, which they have, saturated fat, which is missing, and sodium, which is not only missing, but replaced by electrolytes. And unlike all the other macros, is only labeled potassium and only in the Prime bottle in the kit, comparing it to the Capri Sun in the Lunchables. This is a pretty weird marketing choice to label electrolytes in food products. It's such a strange choice that it even stunned fellow Dr. Brian Suterer, who tweeted,
"Sodium getting rebranded as electrolytes will be taught in marketing textbooks one day."
and then sadly was ashamed to see Logan attack instead of starting a meaningful dialogue with the doctor.
As this doctor YouTuber goes on to explain, Lunchly is just another unhealthy and processed food option for children, primarily based on the fact that YouTubers made the product. They are basically going for the easy option of making more money rather than studying what is healthy for children, but also appealing so children can benefit from eating the food at school, but will also have a productive day following their healthy lunch. MrBeast has just chosen the most basic food items that are direct copies from the existing Lunchables brand and put his food label into the product, which has proven to be controversial.
You got the Fiesta Nachos, which is basically just like tortilla chips. Like that's your lunch. And as I said, to me, a big adult man, this didn't look appealing, but I could sort of see the appeal to kids. I was a child once, envious of my friends who had Lunchables while I was stuck with a ham sandwich and pepperami. My parents refused to buy me them, and honestly, in hindsight, I'm kind of grateful. But just imagine how green with envy kids in schools today are going to be when they see someone rock up with a MrBeast chocolate, a Prime, and this pizza adjacent food product.
On September 16th, DanTDM, an OG child YouTuber, quote tweeted a post from Dexerto talking about the new Lunchly product. And Dan expressed his disbelief about why MrBeast was even doing this, which sparked major controversy. What happened to YouTubers, man? I cannot say anything more. This is selling stuff for the sake of making money. Simple. How does this benefit their fans? This is selling crap to kids who don't know better than to trust the people who are selling it to them. Do better. Dan then started a war between KSI, Logan Paul, and MrBeast as the tweet gained over 50 million views and people flocked to the comments to express their opinions on the new business venture. Why not teach kids healthy eating habits? They're comparing their product to Lunchables, which in itself is highly processed crap. None of them are passionate about health towards fans, only their wallets. So disappointing. As someone that eats healthy on the regular, I can't condone this as a meal for children. YouTube used to be my safe space when I was younger. Nowadays, it's just a money grab. Hundreds of ads and videos, constant promotions, God knows how many collabs between YouTubers to promote create brands. I'm so over it. A big argument about the YouTube platform is that content has dramatically switched from being fun and entertaining to simply a cash grab. All you have to do is look at the changes in editing style, fast-paced filming, and not to mention the brain rot that has filled the platform. Most content uploaded nowadays is geared towards making children stay watching videos for longer, including changes in colors every 3 seconds and hyper-stimulating content. There's a huge argument that MrBeast has caused this shift in YouTube content over time through his fast-paced challenges and editing. However, this tweet from Dan started a tweeting war between KSI, Logan Paul, and Dan.
He responds to some people commenting about how he's comparing a toy line to eating food. He says in a mocking tone, but he was just talking about food, JJ. And then he thinks that showing the image of DanTDM being sponsored by a munch pack is some kind of gotcha, which is like actually laughable and actually, yes, DanTDM was sponsored by Munch Pack. It's a monthly subscription box that has candy and food, and he was promoting it to his audience of children. Yes. You know, if your argument is that nobody should be eating this, then that's completely true. But also, it says on packs of cigarettes that they're going to kill you. Everybody knows they're going to kill you. Most people don't give a about morals and virtues. Do you understand this? Do you guys get this? Do you people understand? Nobody gives a about grandstanding. If you give a about grandstanding, chances are your life's not very hard.
Then, obviously, KSI took the very mature approach to the situation and tweeted, "A lot has happened these past few days online, so here I am addressing everything below." The website link essentially led to a landing page of KSI's new song, baiting people to click where he would beg people to pre-save his song on Spotify, and KSI continued to tweet about it with no shame at all. People also took to the comments to tell KSI how ridiculous he was being. Bro, please get a PR team. Just let it go, fam. It's embarrassing ATP. KSI really faked an apology to promote his music. Grow up. KSI even made a video responding to the drama, and honestly, this response just confirmed he was doing it completely for the money. In a video titled "Everybody Hates Us Right Now."
Oh man, today we're doing a Reddit video. Now what? At this point, his fans imploded. Self-combustion occurred on Twitter. And they just didn't know how to react. Some just decided just to be racist. When a like KSI does nothing in life and still gets paid for it in something other than welfare or food stamps, it's noteworthy. It's like how monkeys in the jungle have started to understand the concept of tools. Brother is just being racist.
Obviously, harassment online, racism, or anything like that is never acceptable, even when an influencer has messed up. And of course, this backlash took place on Twitter, where I don't even have an account because of its everlasting toxic nature. However, the way KSI, Logan Paul, and even MrBeast replied were extremely childish. And yes, MrBeast replied to the situation, returning to Twitter after a 2-month break following serious allegations towards his company. Lunchables sells hundreds of millions of units and countless people eat it. Our goal is to give people a better-for-you alternative to it. Obviously, eating fresh chicken and broccoli is healthier, but if someone is going to eat a pre-made meal like this, then I think giving them a higher quality version at roughly the same price is a net good in my opinion, and why we launched Lunchly. MrBeast's half-average response gained over 10 million views and almost 10,000 comments. Kids need more than 230 calories for lunch. Your product is processed garbage with no nutritional value. Still no addressing of allegations, even though it's hit mainstream now. Just saying, if 2/3 of the owners are having to defend the product within 2 days of it releasing, that's a horrible sign. The amount of publicity Lunchly has gained during the first month of even being announced is crazy, even if it is all bad publicity. However, since it is mainstream now and so many people know, it will sadly only benefit them going forward.